Good morning.
Okay, take 4, 3, whatever. Can you hear me now? Yeah, I unmuted the wrong mic, cause Monday. Yeah. Hi. I was gonna say sorry about the static thing. I was having problem with music in general on a stream is that everything is copywritten, of course, right? Like 99.9% of music is copywritten.
Happy 31 months of
so finding stuff that isn't is really hard. I paid for a service that was supposed to be copyright-free music. It wasn't. So I'm trying a new service, but of course, like the playlists that they have is so limited. And apparently on their ambient playlists, they have like multiple white noise tracks. So trying to work around that, see how that goes. Granda, thank you so much for the 31 months. I really appreciate you. Thank you, thank you. Very kind of you. So yeah, that's fun. So I guess I can't hear music in here. So if it does anything like that again, just tell me and I'll have to go skip the song. I don't know. It's a shitty system, but it's the only thing I got. And unfortunately, like, YouTube only has so much and it isn't even guaranteed to be copyright free. So trying to not use YouTube. Oh, actually, Docs, did you pause the YouTube video that I had started? Because we might be hearing 2 tracks right now. You did, thank you. Yeah, so YouTube is rough because there's no guarantee it's actually copyright free. It's also like finding a really long playlist is hard. You end up just, if you stream to the extent that I stream, you end up hearing the same shit over and over. So ideally a service would be great if they worked. TATTOOS. But yes, I have 3 tattoos. Okay. With an S. You totally promise you have to know good? Do you, did your map appear? It's not a lousy Harry Potter quote, it's just the Harry Potter quote. All right. Fucking Mondays, man. Do I have any tips on working out chest and triceps? No, those are probably the 2 weakest areas of my body. So, like, my problem with working out chest in general is things like push-ups and whatnot are really hard for me. I have to do, so first of all, general tip for working out, do what works for you. Make sure you're making adjustments that work for you. Just because somebody does, like one person does one routine does not mean it's going to work for you. So I do push-ups on knees when I need to do them, but generally they're pretty fucking hard for me. So you can do like bench presses with, or like dumbbell bench presses. So you can control the weight, because generally something with a bar is going to be a lot heavier. Triceps, typically things like pull downs. If you're using one of these and you do like something that does like this or whatever. Obviously there's no attachment on there right now. Good for triceps. Bench press, like, so you can do bench dips off the edge of a bench or a chair or something like that, but those are also very hard for me because my muscles aren't strong enough. So it's hard when you're like if you're like me, you're very, very weak, trying to ease into other things. Because a lot of weightlifting stuff in particular assumes you have a baseline of strength, and if you don't, it's rough. But so my advice is start low. You get resistance bands, use like 5-pound free weights, stuff like that. Thanks, Mike. No, I don't do dips. I find them they're just too hard for me. Like there's a line between something that works your muscles and something that hurts because it's working your muscles so hard. And bench dips are one of those things. I hate them. They just feel like pain the whole time. So yeah, the other, and like kickbacks, like dumbbell kickbacks for triceps are really good. Like there's lots of tricep stuff that generally the motion, whether you do it, start here and you end up down here, or if you start here and you end up back here, or if you do skull crushers and you're on your back and you start with your arms straight out and then you come towards your head. Obviously I can't do it because I'm not lying down. It's always like bending your arm or straightening lifting your arm back. Triceps are, yeah. And then so much shit works out chest, honestly. But I have no muscle there. Easiest thing a human can do is do 10 push-ups throughout the day, every day. I mean, there's a lot of things you can do to work out muscles, whether doing 10 push-ups throughout the day. Sure, that's not going to be bad for you if you do a push-up an hour or something. Not the most effective either, but at least you're doing something. It's like going for a walk for 15 minutes a day. Not a major amount of, exercise, but it's better than nothing. So depends on your fitness goals, depends on what you're trying to do. Like, I personally don't care about working out my chest too much. My triceps, yes, because I feel like my biceps are like particularly more strong than my triceps, and that it gets wonky sometimes. Not because I work out my biceps particularly, they just are naturally more strong. They're used more, I think. So, yeah. Okay. So today it wants me to do shoulders and quads again. We learned a third probably couldn't do 10 push-ups of the day. I think, yeah, so I can't do the push-ups that are on feet, like feet and hands. I can't do those, right? I can do the push-ups on knees. But yeah, everybody has different strength levels. There's gonna be people that can't do push-ups on knees. So it's really about what works for each person. And there's no such thing as like the easiest or the best or whatever. It really, really depends on the person. There isn't like a universal truth for working out. Okay. I'm trying to think, so last week I ended up with, it wanted me to do shoulders and quads on Monday, and then I was chest and what on Wednesday. Let's see. chest and back on Wednesday. And then Friday ended up being a fucking shit show because of it, because I ended up doing glutes, biceps, hamstrings, triceps, and calves. So hamstrings and calves kind of go hand in hand. Glutes are also really hard to work out without working on quads. What do I want to add to this? I need to add a muscle group so it's not so, you know, lopsided. Yeah, well, and no, I didn't Vanguard. I watched it, but didn't show up to him. Yeah, so obesity is much higher than people think because people categorize obesity in a social way different than in a medical way, right? Like medically, like obesity from a medical perspective is actually a lot lower body fat percentage and like a lot lower BMI than the average person probably thinks it is. Like if you look up what technically being obese is for you, I think you would be shocked. Like for your height, gender, whatever. Like I think you would be shocked at how low it actually is. Because I remember I was looking at it like a long time ago and I was like well shit. Yeah, like the margin of like healthy is actually pretty reasonably narrow. And it's from the CDC website. Yeah, no, I'm not arguing with it, Bubba, I'm explaining it. I'm just explaining why. Because like the average person is not going to think that almost half of the population in the US is obese. Because you look at people and you're like, oh, maybe they have like a few extra pounds, a little chubby or whatever. Not realizing that medically they're obese. And there's a lot of, obviously there's people that are very heavy. And then there's people that are like medically obese that maybe you don't look at and immediately think the word obese, right? That's the plan, Granite. Yeah, I'm going to be streaming, going back to some League on Facebook today. I'm just trying to figure out what the fuck I want to do here. So I want me to do shoulders, back abs, quads. I didn't do any lower back on Friday, so I should do that. I'm gonna leave like glutes or hamstrings for... I do hamstrings and calves on one day, I'll do glutes maybe tomorrow. Or maybe we'll do hamstrings and calves on Wednesday. We'll see. See how my quads feel, because working on glutes when your quads hurt is not great. Let's do biceps today. As well. Technically I did them on Friday, but I need to get this like to a better place. Okay. Can't do that. That's a lot of squats. It wants me to do 100 squats with 5 pounds per arm. Well, technically wanted me to do 100 squats with 2.5 pounds per arm, which I think is dumb. It's just not worth. So we'll see how 20 per feels. For 20%. What is the average population, which is in bodybuilders? Yeah. I mean, that being said, there's a very big, like, being a bodybuilder is very different. Like, if you're a bodybuilder, you're looking at, like, sub 10% body fat, which is not what the normal BMI sits at. You're on, like, an extreme if you're in the bodybuilder territory. The average body fat percentage is, like, depending on your age, depending on your gender, like, women, it's somewhere in the 20s. I want to say. I think it's somewhere in the, like, mid to late 20s is, like, average body fat percentage. Maybe low 30s, depending. Like, obviously, as you get older, there's, like, an allotment for higher body fat percentage. But it's not like, you don't need to be, like, a 4% body fat to be healthy. They're just saying, like, I think, so I'd have to look it up, but for somebody my weight, so a woman that's like 5'6", which I am, it's something like 160 pounds is considered overweight. I don't remember if it's in the category of obese or just, like, unhealthy. I'd have to look it up. But I remember it being 160, like 160 is, like, unhealthy. 145 or so, I want to say 100, it was like 160 was in the obese territory and 145 was, like, in the unhealthy territory, and then sub, like, 125 or something was too thin, and then anything lower than that obviously was, like, so it's like the margin is a lot smaller, okay, than you might think, but that's not, like, once you get there, as like, I've maintained that, like, being in that range for a long time. So, I don't know. So I'll be gaming later on today. How about wrist exercises or stretching? No. I game every day. Several hours every day. And I don't do wrist exercises or stretching. Fast food and whatnot. Yeah, I mean, yes and no. You can, so there is healthier food to eat, right? There are good things to eat, and there are empty calories. You can drink a can of pop. Like, if you drink a can of Coke, that's like 300 and something calories. You don't get anything out of that, right? Like, you just had a drink. You don't even feel full. Like, you get nothing, just this being able to drink it. And that's like, people drink 6 cans of pop a day, and then they're like, why am I overweight? Why can't I lose weight? Well, you're drinking your daily calorie allotment. So, yeah, I mean, there's, like, all sorts of shit like that, but I've said this a billion times, if all you care about is losing weight, like getting a number on a scale, you can lose weight eating only ice cream. I do not suggest you do this, but all it comes down to is calories in, calories out if all you care about is the number on the scale. If you care about other things, you care about being healthy, then don't do that. If you don't want to die, don't do that. But from a pure just losing weight perspective, all that matters is calories in, calories out. Yeah, because BMI applies to the average population, which is in body. Oh, I read that already. Yeah. And hi, Bubba. I think I belatedly hi. Okay, I actually need to do this. I don't know if I'm going to do 100 squats and then other quad exercises. This is kind of insane, but yeah, squats to shoulder presses. Yeah, for sure, Bandit. Not recommended for anybody ever, but you could do it. Yeah, I mean, obviously the problem of doing any sort of like extreme diet like that, where you're like, okay, I'm gonna eat Jello because it's really low in calories. So the amount of Jello I'd have to eat throughout the day, I'm just like never gonna accomplish eating enough Jello to get my calorie allotment. You could do something crazy like that. You're going to, depending on how long you do it, your body will start to shut down, and that would be awful. And I have no idea how much, like that much sugar and gelatin in your system seems like a really, really bad idea on so many levels. But yeah, I mean, like I said, literally it comes down to like I burn like assuming I'm not moving much, which I basically never do. I'm very sedentary. So on a day that I'm not working out, I'm not doing anything, whatever, I burn somewhere between 1700 and 1800 calories. Maybe a little bit more, but that's where that's the number that I keep in mind. Easier to shoot under that bar than like heavier, or like not heavier, higher. So if all I ate was 1600 calories of McDonald's, I would lose weight slowly, granted, because it's only like 100 or 200 calorie deficit, but I would slowly lose weight eating McDonald's. I would be very, very unhealthy. My sodium levels would be immensely high. I would have like, you know, not a balanced diet. I'd be missing a lot of shit. But like I said, you could, I mean, all I'm trying to say is that you can lose weight doing literally, like eating literally anything, any food, any bad food, as long as you control how much of it you're eating. So going on a diet does not mean you can't eat pizza. It doesn't mean you can't eat like McDonald's. It just means you have to watch how much food you're eating, what your calories are at. Obviously having like a more balanced diet where you're eating vegetables and you're getting all your proper like proteins and amino acids and vitamins and shit, like that's better, significantly better, but you could hypothetically lose weight eating anything you wanted. First year I got one of those never-ending pastas from Olive Garden, did nothing but eat pasta, soup, bread, 6 for 2 months, and you lost weight. Yeah, it probably would depend on how much of it you were eating, and how often you were going and whatever. I don't know if they're open for breakfast, but it's like if you eat spaghetti with pasta or like tomato sauce, hell of a lot less calories than if you eat like fettuccine Alfredo, right? Because of the Alfredo sauce. The sauce is where a lot of the calories come from in that kind of situation. Carbs are not inherently evil. Should you eat nothing but carbs? No. Should you balance that carbs out with other foods? Absolutely yes. The problem with carbs generally is that your body digests them really quickly. So you eat a bunch of carbs and then you're hungry. If you eat something with protein, heavier on protein than carbs, or like a balance, you know, you're gonna stay fuller longer and you're not gonna want to eat more. But inherently carbs are not awful for you. Used to manage a pizza place, ate pizza daily, probably half to 2/3 of your daily calories, maintained 190 at 6'1", put on your feet 10 to 12 hours a day. Yeah. I mean, even so, like I said, it's not that you can eat pizza and lose weight. It's just, like you said, you were on your feet a lot, so you're moving around, so your daily burn was gonna be higher. But it's just about eating how many calories you're allotted, or allotting yourself. How many calories you eat unhealthy, but lost 35 kilos, 7 pounds in a year. Yeah, that's what happened to me, Snow Cone. Like that's where I'm still at. I eat very unhealthy. I eat, like, my favorite foods are like nachos and mac and cheese, And I eat those things on a regular basis. Actually, I haven't had mac and cheese in a while. I eat all sorts of junk food. I do not have a healthy diet, but I've maintained my weight, give or take, like, you know, a fluctuation of 5 pounds lower or higher, depending on, you know. Damn, Dave. Having to lose weight to fit. Yeah, well, I mean, whatever works to me. Obviously, there's like massive issues with eating a diet like that. Only frozen pizza and energy drinks, right? There's massive health issues from a long-term perspective if you do that for only that for a long time. But if we're just talking about the number on the scale, nachos are great. Having a lot less calories than pasta on daily regular diet, yeah. Yep. So. Making nachos with pork rinds or 0 carbs. Pork rinds gross me out. Not gonna lie. Yeah, what do you think, Summit? Take a wild shot in the dark. What do you think? No, Chris. They aren't chips, but they're okay. Aren't they like way more healthy than like way higher in calories and shit than like corn chips? To be honest, I don't think I've ever looked at the package of pork rinds. They just gross me out. Look them up. Yeah. It honestly wouldn't matter. It, to me, would not matter if they were like healthy. I would not eat them. The concept of them is fucking gross. Hey, Christoph, go? I don't know how to say your name. Just go to my fucking Instagram if you want to see my ass, okay? Good talk. Hi, Porter. How you doing? Yeah, no, I mean, also I'm saying bucket is that I wouldn't be. From a trainer, she's doing fine, doesn't need backseating. Thank you, Bandit. Yeah, well, and that's like almost inherently every time I do anything that involves squats, people are like, your back's not straight, you're not going low enough. Every time. And we have to like, every time I do quads, I've only been working out for like just over a week now. This is my 4th workout, right? But when I used to work out, I was working out for like 2 months, way back, well, like a year ago or something. And it was the thing I had to argue about regularly because I kept explaining to people that not everybody has the same center of gravity and not everybody can do the form, especially women tend to have a different center of gravity than men. So I cannot keep a straight back when I do a squat. Literally can't. Also going like ass to grass is not really worth it for the stress on the knees, IMO. So, yeah. But like every time we have to, somebody wants to like help with my form and, oh. That's what I'm trying to do, Salt. He does. Doing good. How about you? Hi, Anakin. What's going on? You have a twisted, spine twisted 3 ways. Took you 10 years, so the best posture for you to squat. General procedures, but also knowing your body. Yes. Yep. And I think like, it's hard on the internet, right? Because everybody's done a squat at some point in their life. And most people know that the ideal... Oh, okay. Thanks, docs. Most people know that the ideal way to do a squat is thighs parallel to the ground, back perpendicular to the ground, like as straight as possible, right? Everyone knows that. Whether or not you can do that for various reasons is another thing entirely. And then there's people that are very much of the school of thought that you want like a wider stance, you want to lower your butt like basically to the ground. So, but yes, 100% knowing your body. And it's like, I preach about this a lot, I guess, whenever I do workout streams, because it just comes up a lot, right? Like people think they know the answer because that's what works for them. And they're like, well, I work out, or I have worked out, or I used to be an athlete, or blah, blah, blah. Here's my expertise from my experience. Everybody has some experience with fitness, whether it's like just a little bit or if it's a lot, but everybody has experience, so they all want to help. But the only person that can like truly help me is me. And if I had an in-person fitness trainer or something that I could be like, okay, here's the limitations, here's what feels good. And we went like in detail over why I do things certain ways. And the reality is I've worked out enough over the years that I've made accommodations for my own body, and somebody taking like one glance at me doesn't know. Hi, sinus. Bud, huh? Interesting, Zimbe. Oh yeah, exactly, Bandit. Yeah. And somebody asked, sorry, I was like catching my breath when they asked what my fitness goals are. And I don't know what my fitness goals are. I don't really have any. I just want to like feel better, feel healthier. I'm not really looking to like bulk up or look ripped or anything like that. I just want to feel better. I just want to be healthier, you know? I sound sleepy? Not sleepy. I mean, like, sure, I guess. I could pretty much always go back to bed. But no, my throat's just kind of raspy today. If somebody's taking one glass and having opinions don't have to mean men 99% of the time. In my channel, to be honest, 99% of my audience is men. So, unfair example, I guess. But, yeah. Anyways, general health and fitness is a great goal. Yeah, that's my thought process. I don't know. It's not, I guess it's not like an exciting answer because I don't have something that I'll like, I can strive towards, you know? Like I'm not like, okay, I want to be able to see definition on my arms, or I don't know, I don't know what fucking goals people have. What's a fitness goal? Being a certain body fat percentage / muscle mass, or looking a certain way? I don't fucking know. Because I'm not like trying to lose weight, so I don't really care about the number on the scale. If anything, doing this I'll gain weight because I'll build muscle. But yeah, I don't know. No specific goals at first either. It's normal. Probably took years to decide on a specific goal, change years later. Yeah, and I think, I mean, at this point, I guess like short-term goal is build a habit, right? Like I have had such a hard time sticking with working out that if I can just keep working out for a while, then we can say like, okay, this is what I'm striving towards, right? I think a general health and fitness goal might be better for making fitness lifestyle changes. Yeah, I mean, if you're like, okay, I need to change my eating habits. I need to get in the habit of doing like this workout or whatever because you're feeling specifically unhealthy or you want to change, like address certain issues. I don't know. I have like a vague, okay, I'm super sedentary. I don't go outside. I don't do any amount of fitness whatsoever except walking up and down my stairs a few times a day. So I should do something a little active. That's it. That's where my goal is. Oh my god, dogs. To feel better, to feel your body all the same. Working out is fun, no goals needed. Yeah. I mean, I've been having fun. Like, normally I would not agree with you that working out is fun. I have been motivated the last little bit to keep working out. We'll see if that stays. I don't normally like get excited about working. I wasn't like excited about working out. I was motivated, I guess. Yeah, I mean, I hope it gets to like stays this way, or even better, gets to be a fun thing. Like some people work out in spite of working out, right? Okay. Correction, working out sex with feeling after is great. I think for me, it depends on what I'm doing that day. Some days are much worse than others. And also how tired you are. I am Canadian? What? Well, if you say I'm not Canadian, I must not be Canadian. Hey, Centric Gozer. Going good? How about you? Whew. How many other... Okay. So I increased the weight on the dumbbell squat. I think I'll do other stuff and then come back maybe to that. I still, because it said it wanted me to do 20 reps at 2.5 pounds per arm, leg, whatever. And I increased it to 5 because I felt like 2.5 pounds was just dumb. But I didn't lower the number of sets or reps. So I did 3 sets at 20 with 5 pounds per. So I'll do other stuff. It wants me to do 1 bicep workout. What the shit? I think it's like confused because it thinks my abs are still, or my biceps are still sore. And it wants me to do seated dumbbell curls at 2.5 pounds. What is going on with this? It was like very... I want to do 10 pounds? I don't know. I have to keep adjusting the weight. I don't know what the fuck's going on with this. Yes, Sinus, you have mentioned my top multiple times. You don't get anything in your workouts if you do them at home. You don't get the same feeling, you prefer to go to the gym instead. Interesting. Do you just like, you don't feel accomplished or what? I personally do not like working out in public gyms. For a long time, it was like, I was talking about this the other day, the awkwardness of like making eye contact or like looking at other people while you're going through your workout. But since I've been like streaming my workout, so obviously it's not that. Okay. Yeah, I don't know. It's also just like one more obstacle in my way when I'm trying to motivate myself to go to the gym. It's like, okay, I have to get up that much earlier. I have to leave my house, come home. Like the added time is just like one more reason why I'll just like find an excuse, right? Berlin got Oh, good morning. What's going on? You get lazy when trying to work out at home? Oh, I see. You don't like hold yourself to the same standard. Are you going to the gym with commitment, going to the hardest part, but when you go, you'll do the workout? It's interesting all the little like mental tricks we need for stuff like that. I'm like, hey man, whatever works. I think this end is just all fucked because I can't get it on. I couldn't get it on the other side either. No fucking idea. I guess instead of doing 10 pounds with 2 dumbbells, we're gonna alternate it. I should have like 1 on each side, but whatever. Right, dog. He is supposed to clear toxin from your body. Is that true? No. Your liver does that. And your kidneys. How many did I was supposed to do? Okay, that might be high on reps. This is pseudoscience. Yeah. Yeah, it's like all the people that they're like, oh, you gotta drink this fucking like alkaline water to restore your pH level. Or then you drink orange juice to increase the acidity and raise your pH level. I'm like, no. You know what happens if you raise or lower your pH level? You die. You literally die. You do not want your pH level moving. Your body regulates that very, very, very tightly. You are not trying to fuck with your pH level. You thought the new science was social media science. Does feel like that some days. Right point. Yeah. I was watching, so there's this, he's a plastic surgeon, but he's like really big on social media. And he reacts to a bunch of stuff, medical related. And I don't necessarily always agree with some of the stuff he says because he sells like those collagen supplements and other shit that you're like, that haven't been proven to work at all and are actually very controversial right now. But anyways, so he has moments where he talks about stuff, and he was like watching this video, and it was like some guy was like, oh, you're not doing this and you're not getting enough of this and blah, blah, blah. And so then the doctor was watching, he's like, but if you buy my product, and then like literally like 3 seconds later, the guy's like, so that's why I'm selling this supplement, blah, blah, blah. And it had like, it was like almost a meme because it was like, oh, something, like it was like supplement B, like, I don't know, it was just like some letter and a random number, and it was like, I was gonna say B12, but that's a vitamin, and it wasn't that. And it was just like some like random number letter combination that he'd come up with. And he was trying to like pitch, and the doctor's just like yeah, that's about how social media is these days. Is it a good idea to work out after you receive a shot? Does it make your muscles more sore? So when you get a shot in your arm, like if you got the COVID shot or whatever, it goes like up here. So if you do things like, if you work this, what is it? Lat? Is that the right muscle? Anyways, if you do things like shoulder raises, so like this, the weight is too heavy for me for doing this, but like shoulder raises where you lift it up this way or off to the side this way, even like shoulder presses like up. Deltoid, thank you. Yeah, your lats are here? No. Anyways, yeah, so doing some light workout to increase like the blood flow to the area, to loosen up your muscle is a good idea. You don't want to do a full intensive workout after getting your shot. Like you don't want to fucking destroy that muscle right after you get your shot, but doing something to loosen up the muscle and to like work it a little bit right after you get a shot is proven to decrease soreness, yes. Traps? What the fuck are lats then? Back? I'm just gonna keep guessing random shit until I get it. Thanks, Kirby. And taking his dioxygen oxide, which is an emission from a nuclear reaction. Did you see, Snippet, have you ever seen that thing at, it was like Burning Man, like fucking years ago, but it was like the viral YouTube, the video where this guy was like, he went to Burning Man and he was like, have you heard about dioxygen monoxide? It's like, it's this, chemical that's everywhere and the government's not doing anything that they can to limit our exposure to it. And, do you know that everybody that that is exposed to dihydrogen monoxide is like dies, and it just like fucking like went off on this thing, and then people were like, we should do something about this. What the heck? Like, just like people were so they were like so enraged. To be fair, most of them did not seem sober, but it was pretty great. Good plan, doc. No adverse side effects to that. No, probably not, Bubba. I haven't seen that one, Stimbe. I really need to just remove this. It's very much in my way. I'm trying to like work around it. Like it's doing anything for me. Might have been a bit ambitious with the 19 reps. At this weight. It was like, do 3 sets at 19 reps at 2.5 pounds, and I was like, fuck that, 10 pounds. To be fair, 2.5 pounds is negligible. But yeah, the 19 rep thing might have been a little bit too high. We're gonna try and finish it though, because we committed. We're out here. Void, thank you so much for the Prime sub. I appreciate you. Thank you for the commitment. I appreciate that. Oh, that was 13. Oh. You know, it's getting bad when you start like kind of throwing the weight, because you can't do that. So I have to like stop myself from just like hucking the weight towards me. And I'm just like, nope, slow. Oh man, docs. Wonder what summon a pupper is? It is literally summon a pupper. I have 2 dogs and use droplets, and I will go get one of the dogs. Like I'm gonna do a split arm. Okay, take a second. Not a proper set, but I need 6 more. Oof. We did it. I might regret that one tomorrow, but we did it. Docs, I don't think you should be talking about how you're abusing my exercise equipment. At least not publicly. I don't know. Oh man, this is not satisfactory. Correct. do some jackknife sit-ups. Muscle building factory instead. I hope it is. The spa tunes. You know, I was talking about this earlier. Do you know how fucking hard it is to find copyright-free music? Honestly, like random shit I'm not getting struck for. Very hard. I need to give myself room. I'm trying to make sure I don't hit my hands on stuff. Ugh. Okay, 10 of these. Thanks, Lapora. The DMCA. Yep. It sucks. Okay. The sound of the ocean, is it? I can't hear anything. Can't hear the music. Yeah, I was talking about it earlier. It's the service I was using for copyright. Well, I use the service for like 2 days for copyright free music. Shit got struck. Or like a bunch of songs did, which isn't the end of the world unless they are actually issuing a DMCA. So it's really just like parts of my VODs are muted and stuff like that, and it happens on such a regular basis, except that I was paying for this service and it wasn't copyright free. So trying something else, but this thing has like a lot of like white noise ASMR type music on it that I'm like, I don't know. I think I'm gonna have to actually just like make a playlist maybe tonight and see how that goes. Thanks, Para. How you doing? Right, big guy? Yeah. Well, I'm like, it was actually especially bad on Facebook. The strike, like the copyright free shit. But that's like literally what they market it as. It's copyright free music for streaming, and like, excuse me? Am I gonna get Icarus? Possibly. I was like very excited about it, but I have like a lot going on game-wise, so I don't know. We'll see. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know what I want to play, because like, so off stream Final Fantasy just came out with the new expansion, so I'm playing that, but queue times are queue times are a big problem. They just, because of COVID, there's such massive hardware limitations that the servers are just capped, like all of them. So queues are fun with that. And on stream, I started playing League again. I played like one day last week. I was playing Satisfactory, obviously. I don't know. I'm kind of torn in a bunch of directions. Name a Griever. You've been playing It Seems Right Up My Street. Right up my alley. Yeah, it's like on my to playlist, and it's definitely something I'm considering. It's just like, it kind of got pushed back by other stuff. Thanks, Para. Kind of warning about using offensive wording when you type the phrase "blood dogs" is Spanish in Facebook. So Facebook, I don't know. It had a bunch of shit flagged that shouldn't have been flagged, and I don't know why that happened. But like a lot of people had messages get flagged that had nothing. There was like nothing wrong with them whatsoever. So yeah, I escalated that to my contact there to be like, what's going on? And I don't know. Well, last I heard was that they would look into it, so not really sure what happened. Interesting, Void. I've heard of Outriders. It came out a while ago, didn't it? Yeah, super odd Porterhouse. I have no idea why it happened. But yeah, a bunch of people were saying that. And like, I don't have any restrictions on my channel from like a rules perspective. I don't have any words that are flagged, like nothing. So it shouldn't have been picking up issues for anybody. Like, I don't know. There's been some like wonkiness happening in the background of my Facebook stream, so I've been trying to fix stuff, and I don't know if they like were trying to do something and they touched a setting and it kind of did something a little wonky, maybe. Yeah, no, I don't think people are gonna be like losing accounts over it or anything like that. I don't think we're not that yeah, we're not like at that point. It was just weird. Was I being a shooter or solo co-op with a campaign? Interesting. I'm not, yeah, it sounds like vaguely familiar to me. I'm not really into shooters. I'm generally really bad at them, which makes them not super fun for long periods of time. Yeah, not having transmog can be weird in some games for sure. And some strict filters for sure. Right, but I had filters turned off. I had no filters. And the things that people were getting flagged for were not anything that were not even remotely related to things that would have been flaggable. Like Docs got a comment, it was like !command. It worked. Yeah. And there was like, what was it, !commands or something, because you were trying to do something for the bot and that got flagged later on as spam. Like it was just, it didn't follow any logical flags. It was like a glitch or something, because I think it was socials. Yeah, so it's not like, yes, there are stricter rules on Facebook as far as chatting and bullying and harassment and whatever than Twitch by a long shot, which is actually very nice from a streamer perspective. But the things that people were getting flagged for weren't even close to being flag worthy. Interesting point. Okay. Overhead shoulder press. I don't know if I can. Probably have to let this down. Oh, just turn it. Yeah, I guess that would make sense too. Neat. Hey, Bobby. How you doing? Thanks, Sonic. Can I move this? The seat is up. Good, I think. Okay. You're gonna have to lower that a bit more. Ooh, not that. Yeah, this is too close, maybe. I don't know if it needs to be lower. That's roughly where it is in the picture, right by his face, so we'll take that. And we'll keep it on the 20 pounds for now. Did I look to see how many reps I need to do? No. 15. Yeah, 15 is not happening. Nine seems good. Yeah, the weight distribution on some of these like the things it's telling me to do is very confusing. It's like, hey, you have no chest or upper body muscles, but hey, do a lot of weight on your, when you do chest and shoulders, but when you do biceps, no, 2.5 pounds. Fuck, man. Probably doesn't help that I did shoulder shit earlier. But I'm not. I think I'm at like a total of 13 reps right now, and I wanted me to do a total of 45 reps. No, that's it. My shoulders say no. And permaban you. Okay. Well, let's do quads, I guess, because I need to give my upper body a break. Turn this back around. What's that song? It's like a song about turning something around. A very weird, vague memory. It's very tripod-ish and a bad way to lift that up. When you provide blocked ones because he wasn't using a real name, it's kind of how it works. Trans people, sorry for breathing. Yeah. Yeah, it's fucking shitty. And like the weird part about that, which makes it a little worse, so there's a lot of people on Facebook that do have fake names on their account. Like legitimate fake names. But I don't know. I mean, obviously that's like you're not supposed to, but yeah, having to deal with that, like with the physical ID legal issue, that's just not really fair, especially in that circumstance. Ow, don't do that, that hurts. Owie. Hey Steak, how you doing? Okay, just stay there for a second. Not sketchy at all. Goes under there. Up. Why is one tight and the other not tight? Okay, I already kind of did thigh workout, so this might not be great. Hey Alpha, I don't know, I got it on Amazon. It wasn't an Amazon brand, but I got it on Amazon, so I don't really know. Oh no. Putting it together is workout in itself. Yep. I do 20 pounds or... Okay, well let's do 20 pounds, I guess. I feel like I did more than that last time. Yeah, no religion here. We don't do religion here. Not that, I'm gonna rephrase that. We don't talk about religion here. Obviously, do your thing with whatever beliefs, but we don't talk about religion here. Yeah, so this is my second week using it, and the first week putting stuff together was difficult. My home gym instead of a physical gym. I never go to like the local gym or whatever. I don't like it. I don't like the experience. I'm trying to decide if I want to... No, I'll just do this. My legs are already tired from before. That's burning. It's a good burn, but it's burning. Yeah, so like physical gyms, I have to motivate myself to leave my house, to go, to do, you know, to actually like get my ass up even earlier or find time to get there. So it's just like one more obstacle, one more reason I don't end up working out. It eliminates like a pretty big excuse. Like for me, that's actually a big thing because I don't have that much time. Right now I'm streaming 9 hours a day, 5 days a week. I have side project stuff that takes all of one of my weekend days and often an hour or so on weeknights. And then I have to eat dinner, I have to sleep, you know, like I just end up with very little actual time. So if it's like, if my schedule was like, okay, I need to get up at 7:30 so that I can stream at 9, and then I end stream at 6, I eat dinner at 6:30-ish, probably done by 7:30, maybe 6 to 7 depending on the night, whatever. It's like, well, let's say 7:30 probably, and then I'd have to leave, go somewhere, work out somewhere, come home. So let's say I'm home by 9 and I'm in bed by 11. Like I have 2 hours left in the entire day, right? And that's assuming I don't have other shit like work I need to do that day. So it's just like, it is a problem for me to get to a physical gym, or to like a public gym. Has been for a long time. Like the scheduling thing is just hard. Yeah, and then I don't know. I'm always very uncomfortable working in gyms. I don't know why. It used to be that like I always felt like, okay, are people judging me because I don't know what I'm doing? Now I feel like I know enough about what I'm doing, so it wouldn't be that. I just would much prefer working on the comfort of my own home. Same. Nothing's wrong with the gym, War Hunter. It's a personal preference. You still like going to the gym until they change your policy if you wanted to pay extra for the instructor to be a PT. Also, a lot of people hog the machines while yapping, which throw off your set. You end up wasting 4 hours for a 2.5 hour program. Yeah. Juggling like the machines you need also around other people can definitely be annoying for sure. It's not even about like the distance void. It's like if I wasn't streaming my workouts, I literally wouldn't have time to work out. Like, let's say that I was okay, my streams for my workouts are way longer than my actual workouts would be. I'm supposed to be working out for like an hour. I end up streaming my workouts for like 2 because I sit here and talk to people, whatever. But like, even if I was to be like, okay, I need an hour and then I need 10 minutes to get there, whatever, put my shit away. So like, let's just say it's somehow miraculously 15 minutes to get there, get ready, start working out, and then 15 minutes to pack up, get home. That's still an hour and a half that I honestly don't really have. So, well, an hour and a half 3 times a week, I guess. For a lot of introverts, they're just nightmares. Yeah, I think that's part of it. There's like, it's like how there's a mental disconnect. I talk to hundreds of people every day, all day. But if I was to sit in a room with hundreds of people trying to talk and everybody was staring at me, I would be very, very uncomfortable. I think you might want one day as coach or PT. I mean, I'm using the app to give me a direction, but because I don't have like very, very specific fitness goals or whatever, this is fine for me. But yeah, I mean, if somebody ever like has different goals, then yes, they might want a personal trainer or whatever. But I don't want them telling me, you know, shit that I already know about how my diet is wrong. And, you know, my fitness level is so low that at this point, anything is helpful. So I don't need to pay someone to tell me that. You can afford home equipment in the face for it. Home gymming is fine for general health. Like strength, you'd hit a cap, but outside of that, good. Yeah, I mean, strength, you'd hit a cap if you hit a budget cap, right? Like if you have space and you have money, you can buy everything that a gym has, right? Like you could have a machine like this. You could also have a squat rack with like shit tons of plates. You could so you can do things like that. There's ways to lift large amounts of weight that are safe or safer. Because honestly, like how many people actually use a spotter and how I wouldn't really trust a spotter. I would rather use a squat rack or a cage. Stevie, thank you so much for the 9 months. I appreciate that. Thank you. They can just help with technique or tips. Yeah. I mean, again, really, really depends on what you're looking for from a fitness perspective and how well you know what you're doing. And like, if you have an idea of what you're doing versus having no clue what you're doing, there's going to be, you know, like if you're new to a gym, getting a personal trainer would be really, really helpful. If you have very specific goals you're trying to target, a trainer could be really, really helpful. If you're like, I'm just going for general health just to get better, just to feel better, to see some strength improvements, whatever, you don't need a personal trainer by any means. It might help you. You might be good at somebody giving you a schedule or an outline of like a routine or, you know, whatever. Really, really depends. For me, it's not something that I'm at this point interested in. but I understand where the benefits are for sure. A gym buddy over personal trainer? For me, fuck no. But somebody give bits? I don't see it on the screen. If somebody gave bits, can someone tell me? Because I just saw the pop-up on the screen, but I don't see it in chat. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of gym buddies. Who is it from? Was it from you, Bess? Yeah, I don't know. I don't like. So a lot of people use gym buddies as like a motivator, or like, let's hype each other up, let's keep going, let's push ourselves, whatever. For me, I'm like, I'd be trying to match that person's pace instead of doing my own thing. I'd be worried about like, are you done? Some people are very chatty when they go to the gym, and it's like a social thing, and I'm like, no, I just want to work out. So everybody's different, and if you find somebody that meshes really well with your workout and helps you, great. For me, it's like, fuck no. I used to go with I've gone with a few different people. I used to go with my sister. I went with a friend a couple times. It was just like no. It was just awkward and uncomfortable, and I just wanted to do my own thing and not worry about them. So. Oh yeah, for sure, Atley. Yeah, if you pay for a service and you're not showing up for it, then yeah, maybe you're gonna feel a little more obligated to go. Oh well, whoever it was, I appreciate the 100 bits. Thank you. I'm sorry I can't see it. When you hit a sheet and you do a few things on your schedule and take breaks or anything, it's lucky. It's a good system. Yeah, I mean, that's what the app does, basically. Like, it gives me, obviously I keep adjusting stuff, but it gives me a idea of like, here's what we're gonna do, and then I just change things out as need or add weight, and it learns. So once it figures out like where your baseline weight, your minimum weight is, especially for like each exercise, it'll like slowly increase that. It also asks for feedback of like, was this easy, was this hard? You know, actually has a sliding scale. It's like 5 options or something. And, you know, so obviously that's my version of like a schedule, of like a fitness schedule, right? Oh, that's awesome, Stimbe. Yay, Finland. Happy Independence Day. That one was a little better. I don't know. I think maybe my quads were like tense for the first set. I think it's really interesting hearing other people's, like everybody's way of working out and how they get themselves motivated and how, like, what it is that they like doing. Because like light weightlifting or whatever is obviously my tact. There's people that do like powerlifting. There's fucking people that do only cardio. I do no cardio. So it's like, and then obviously your methods for motivating, like you're talking about a gym buddy, a PT, whatever. I don't know, I just find it all very fascinating. That's burning. Oh God. Thanks, Gabi. Nice. Finland representing. Oh yeah, for sure, Void. I think that's actually the thing that got me into this type of working out was exactly that. Not specifically like, like the stat modifiers or whatever. Oh, that's a great way of looking at it. It was like, okay, every time I do this every week, I'm feeling a little stronger. Every time I can upgrade the weight. So the last time I did, you know, bicep curls, I did X weight, and then this time I added, you know, 2.5 pounds or something, right? Like maybe it's not massive changes, but you see incremental changes and you actually see your strength growing. Whereas like for me, doing something like cardio, what I used to do was a stationary bike for a while, and not very long because I hated it. But we had a stationary bike and I'd work out like half an hour. Like I think I was doing 3 days a week for half an hour, and I hated it. I hated it so much the whole time I was doing it. But it was like I never felt like I was getting stronger or better, or, you know, was like tolerating it more. You know, it was always just like half an hour of torture every time. And the problem with that, with bikes, is like, okay, so you have like resistance levels, I guess. You have the speed at which you're pedaling makes a really big difference. So trying to like monitor that is hard. And cardio doesn't build a lot of muscle. It does, but not the most effective way of building muscle. It's really good at getting your heart rate up and burning fat. But it didn't feel like I was making progress. It felt like I was just doing it for the sake of doing it and, you know, burning those calories. This feels more satisfying to me, of like, okay, I'm getting stronger. I'm tracking it on an app. I can literally see that I'm getting stronger. And yeah, it's a little bit more satisfying for me. Yeah, it's a good system sept. Better than the people I went with. Yeah, exactly, Void. Seeing it happening, yeah. Yeah, it was much more rewarding for me. And like, again, everybody's a different system, and a lot of people do like some cardio, some weights. You know, that's probably the more common thing. If you look at somebody at the gym, they probably do like a bit of time on the elliptical and then some weights or whatever. But it really comes down to the fact that like, hey, if you're showing up, you're trying, you're doing something, you're already winning. You're already doing better than if you hadn't bothered to go in the first place. Fuck cardio. Yeah. $50 minutes on a treadmill, 50 or row machines, yeah. Yeah, like everybody has their system. You go for walks in the park, it's the only cardio I do. Hop on your phone and go for a walk. Yep. Yeah, I mean, I don't generally go for walks or do anything like that at all. I do like zero cardio. Run up and down my stairs. Because every time I go up and down my stairs, specifically up, I don't know why, but I run up my stairs. Like, I'm not in a hurry. That like 3 seconds I'm saving doesn't do shit all for me, but I still do it. Wasn't even a real link. Yeah, bot thinks that if you do word, it thinks that's a link. it's not the smartest spot. Do physical work for a living, that in itself is a good exercise. In addition to a gym, yeah. That's fair. What home gym is that? Don't know the brand. Oh, Inspire. You can't see it on screen. Inspire is the brand. Don't know the model. The max resistance on... So the plates, there's like a 1 pound plate and then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. So 150 on this side, 150 on that side, plus the one, I don't know if you count the one plate, the top, but you can actually double up the weight. So there's like a, I'm trying to remember how to do it because I haven't had to. There is a way with the resistance to like double the resistance. So if you really wanted to lift 300 pounds with one arm, you could. Oh, the Smith machine is the resistance double. Okay. Yeah. Used to do 10-minute cardio and then weights. Make a setting, work your way up. Yeah, I mean, honestly, my suggestion would be start at the lowest. Maybe not like, yeah. Start low, on the low side. See how that feels and then work your way up. I would not start in the middle, unless you're very confident. But like, if you're getting back into working out, honestly, there's nothing wrong with starting at the lowest weight. You're going to, like, if you try and lift something too heavy, good chance you hurt yourself and then, you know, you're not gonna be working out for however many weeks. FT2, okay. A smart scale. I do have a smart scale. I don't really use it. I use it to tell me the number, but I don't check like body weight percentages and stuff like that. You had weird looks at the gym that was years ago. I would not, yeah. If people are judging you because you're not working out the way they want you to, or you're not lifting as much weight as they want you to, fuck those people. Like, honestly. It's like the people that are like, you know when somebody's overweight and they go to the gym and then they get like fat shamed or something? And meanwhile it's like, they're trying, aren't they? Why the hell are you being an asshole? Like, what the hell is wrong? Like, those people are just dickwads. Yeah, no big deal, subjected. I feel like the best one is the kind you can't stream on Twitch. Yeah, that's the most fun one. Actually not the most effective, if you look it up. Largely because if you think about the logistics of that, logistics of sex is you are not going full out for 30 minutes like you would if you were going for a run or something, right? Sweet summer child. Cardio can be very intense. Tends to be intense in short bursts though, right? Intense, not intense, intense, not intense. Maybe just intense for a few minutes, maybe intense for longer, but definitely not for the length of time that, the length and time and consistency that other cardio would be. You can if you want yourself. You could try. I feel like it might take a little bit of the fun out of it, but you know, you do you. Feel marathon. High intensity training. High intensity training, even then, don't you take like 30-second breaks between sets? Isn't that the interval part of that? High intensity interval training? Okay, let's do Supermans. Fuck, I hate Supermans. Yeah, right, Vanguard. Seems like so many better ways to work out, you know? If that's all we're trying to do. Like, maybe not, sorry, let me put it this way. There are ways to work out that aren't fun to begin with, or you're not ruining something by doing that thing, right? Like, you're not ruining going for a jog by jogging more. Hey, Funhouse. More effective too, yeah. Sorry, Supermans are just annoying. They're not hard. This fucking app really likes me to do Supermans. Try crouching up and down heels for 10 minutes as I'm exercising, you're getting from a jog. Yep. Measure of suck is on you. I honestly only wear heels like twice a year. If that. It's such a rare thing for me. Not because it's like workout hard, although it definitely, the balance thing and certain things in it, like trying to run in heels. Trying to run in heels is spectacularly hard. But yeah, no, I'm just not, I'm not a heels person. I'm like such a comfort person that heels are just not great. You run on your tippy toes, pretty much. You run on your tippy toes and you do everything you can to make the heel part of the shoe not actually touch the ground, because if it touches the ground, you're probably gonna fall or twist an ankle or something. Wear heels, bedrooms, terrible. Go ahead and have your not having mobility. Yeah. Yep. Yeah, for me it's like, okay, I'm gonna wear heels in a specific circumstance where I'm going to be doing, I know what I'm going to be doing. Like, okay, I'm gonna go for dinner and I'll wear heels or something if I just feel like it. But if I'm like gonna spend the day doing random, like going out and doing random stuff, there's no fucking way I'm wearing heels, because I don't know what I'm gonna need to do. And I don't want to, yeah, I don't want to risk that. And then with winter here, when it's like, when it's icy and shit, you just don't want to be walking around, like, it's already dangerous walking on the ice. You know, I don't need to throw in the heel mix and my shitty balance into this clusterfuck, you know? Yeah, it's anxiety best. Actually, I find that like squatting on heels is a lot easier if you are holding the squat. So if you think about it, when you, I don't know how to explain this. If you were to like squat like this, right? Your heels, you're holding your heels off the ground. If you're wearing heels, like the shoes, and your shoes touch the ground, you can just like easily sit here for a lot longer. You don't have like, you're not like wiggling around. There's no like balance, whatever. You're just planted, right? But as soon as you start like standing up or doing anything like, you know, any sort of movement gets harder. But if you're just like needing to just squat down, That is the only motion in heels that is easier than not having heels on. Yeah, exactly right. When you visited empty can, I fell on your ass on the ice in the parking lot of West Edmonton Mall. Yeah, I'm pretty sure that everybody that's lived anywhere snowy or icy has done that at some point in their life. Slipped on black ice or whatever. I'm gonna do as many as I can. Let's say 17. I don't know. Just snow, yeah. Happens every year, slipping part? Yes. Yeah, it's great when you're like, okay, I don't know how slippery it is outside. And you're trying to decide if there's ice on the ground or how thick the ice on the ground is. Like, can I just walk on this ice, or is it like, you know, my feet are gonna slide it right out from under me ice? So you take a few steps and you do the shuffle and you're like, okay, I'm fine. Or it's super, super slippery, and so you're like, whenever I'm not sure how icy something is, I literally am like shuffling my way to wherever the fuck, because I have terrible balance, and yeah. If anybody's gonna fall, it's gonna be me. Do I have a barbell? No, I have a Smith machine. So this, you can attach weight to it. There's also like the bar attachments. So if you want to do things like lat pull downs, or not lat pull downs, is that what they're called? Whatever. You could do like the bent over rows. You can do like all sorts of shit with the Smith machine. You can do good mornings on the Smith. Yep. You could do pretty much like anything you can do with a barbell, you can do with a Smith machine. The only issue is it's easier because it's stabilized, right? And certain things are going to be a little more like, some of the things are going to be better and some things are going to be worse, inherently. Slick, thank you so much for the gifted subs. I was like already off the screen. I think it was 5. Thank you, I appreciate it. Very, very awesome of you. And I think you also said something that I can no longer see because chat moved. But yeah, I appreciate you. I haven't done good mornings in a really, really long time. Last time I tried to do them, I hated it. So I haven't tried. Got it in 1. Good. You did it. Yeah, I appreciate you, Slick. Thank you, thank you. Really fuck yourself up with those? Yeah. Yeah, well, and they're the ones, like, they're one of the many that you have to put the bar behind your neck, right? And generally, I just find those are, like, very uncomfortable. Okay. Wants me to do static lunges. Yeah, no, exercises should not have risk. If they have a risk, you're doing them wrong. But like, yeah, like it's pretty hard. Like, I don't know, lifting like let's say you're doing a bicep curl. Yes, you could potentially hurt your bicep, but hurting your bicep, much less dangerous than hurting your back. But even so, I don't think we should be doing things that are like risky, intentionally being like, yeah, this is kind of risky. You should ease your way up the weight. You're like, ease the weight up slowly so that it's not risky. You can't do emotion without risk. I get, like, if you want to be like really semantic about it, sure, but there are safe ways to do everything. And there's a lot of safe ways to do everything. In fact, in some exercises, it's really hard to fuck up. So like doing a bicep curl, unless you're lifting something like way too heavy for yourself, it's going to be pretty hard to fuck yourself up. You could do it, but like, you should never be at the point where that's where that's like a real possibility, I guess is all I'm saying. I don't know if I'm gonna be able to, my legs are already feeling this, but can blink without risk. Can you though? Are you sure? I don't tell them to do complicated movements, experiment to get most of the risk. I think, so yes, experience, but also I would say mainly the amount of weight you're lifting. Because most people can do body weight shit without any risk. Right? Like, good mornings are not inherently risky until you start putting too much weight on it. The same is true of like every exercise. And like, not everybody's gonna be able to do a push-up, but they're not gonna throw out their back trying to do a push-up unless they have like a pretty severe fitness example or like situation. Yeah, that's also true, docs. If you have like a way out or don't have a way out, oh no. Oh, I think I skipped a rep. Okay. Oh no, never mind. Never mind. I'm from Canada. done like a shit ton of quads today, so this is a lot. Oh. My legs are shaking so bad. Hey, Redhead. What's going on? Oh, fuck. I did something weird and it like recorded an extra set for me, so. Using the timer in the app and it like recorded one extra rep or whatever. It said that I did it on both sides. I only did it on one, so I obviously clicked something wrong. Oh my God. Okay. Yep. That hurt. You like that, Void? Okay. It wants me to do one more shoulder thing. I don't know if I can. I think I'm gonna get rid of this and do something with abs. Because I did 1, 2, technically only 2 shoulder things, but yeah, it was hard. Okay, what do I want to do? I'm gonna try the cable crunches again. Last time I did this, it was not particularly difficult for me. But I want to try with higher weight and see. Like, I really didn't feel anything last time I did it. yourself. They are great sports bras. Sexy and somehow also supportive, and it's magic. Yeah, I'm 54. I'll be 54 on Saturday. I'm 53 right now. It's my birthday on Saturday. They're doing cable crunches. Oh God, lifting it up with that attachment is not, not great. So just taking the attachment off. Yeah, sure. It actually is my birthday on Saturday. So one of those things was correct. I think it's this one. What? Right point. Fucking seat is insane. What does it say on here? Legs. Legs. Abs and core. Okay, so it wants, I think it wants me to do like 30 or 40 pounds or something. 30 pounds to start, and then 40 pounds. So once it, the next one up. Okay, and then we pull down. Let's try 30. What do I want for my birthday? Cheesecake. Just cheesecake. Hey nondescript, how you doing? I'm legitimately gonna be doing a birthday stream on Saturday where I build Lego on Twitch, just to clarify, because I stream on 2 platforms. But yeah, not on Facebook, on Twitch. I'll be building Legos, so you can come hang out with me on my birthday this Saturday. Okay, and then we just go forward. And it wants me to like not move my lower body, just my upper body. How many of these? 8. That's still pretty fucking easy. Next set's supposed to be 40. I feel like this is still gonna be too easy. We're probably gonna go 50 next time. I'm just not even, like, the only place that I'm feeling it at all is in my back. A little bit. The app thing's saying to go higher. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know if I'm just like doing it wrong or it's just like super easy. World's smallest sanitizer. Sure, Void. I don't know. I was saying the other day that I was like I feel like this one wasn't doing much, and somebody was like, yeah, you have to add a lot of weight. So I'm like trying to add weight without just going like fucking crazy. With your back to the machine. I think that's maybe a different workout than what it's trying to do. I'm sure there's like variants and stuff, but this is just gonna follow the one on the app because I know what it's like. The reason I do it, I follow the app stuff when I don't know the motion is so that I'm making sure I'm doing it properly with proper form, because they have like video tutorials and like little GIFs or whatever. So what happened to my Instagram? Nothing happened to my Instagram. Sometimes Instagram is wonky and it doesn't load, but nothing happened to my Instagram. Doing good, Aunt. How about you? Keep your thighs straight up and your elbows towards the knees when you pull them. That's also not what it says on here. Maybe the picture is just deceiving. I don't fucking know. I can try. I'm not feeling it in my core at all. Felt that in my biceps a little bit. That's hilarious, Aunt. Same movement with my back to the machine? Like just over here? Yeah, I don't know. I don't know like what changing the angle of the cable would do. And dog working together, yeah. I don't know. I feel like maybe my core is just much stronger than my upper body or something, because like this is just like I'm feeling it in my fucking arms, not in my core. And I'm like, I'm trying not to move my arms or use them beyond just like holding. But I feel it in my biceps, I do not feel it in my core. Yeah, I think that's just the issue, is that like, I could probably do this with a lot of weight if it wasn't for my arms. Yeah. I think it's just, I have to do different core exercises. Okay. Dunzors. I mean, on the flips, on like the upside, so I didn't really work my abs like I wanted to. But that did use my biceps, which was like one of the muscle groups. I think I only did one bicep thing. Because I like added that in, and the app was trying not to get me to do bicep stuff because it was still thinking that they were like fatigued from Friday's workout. So I kind of inadvertently worked my biceps out a little bit more. But yeah, so tomorrow, what is it? Wednesday, I will be doing, it's fucking out. It's like, let's do incline push-ups. I can't even do a regular fucking push-up. And really, I guess incline push-ups are easier than regular push-ups, but just like, no. No, I cannot do this. Yeah, and it wants me to do like 5 chest exercises again. I mean, I might be able to like reconfigure it a bit, because in a few days it will have like considered my muscles less fatigued. So I won't bother adding stuff to it now, but I'm going to be removing some of the chest stuff because it's just stupid. I don't need, like I'm not trying to like bulk up my pecs, and I know that's probably like a lot of guys that use this, that's what they want, but I don't fucking give a shit. If anything, I want like glutes, quads, abs. Planking is good, yes. Yeah, just saying random shit over and over isn't gonna make me do it, Jack. I obviously, hence the yoga mat, have done yoga before. Not really my favorite thing, actually kind of fucks up my back. There are like things from yoga that are very useful that I still do every once in a while, like stretches and certain poses are really good, but I don't do yoga anymore. I did for probably like twice a week for about maybe over a year. Exercises for core that 9 arms. Lock your legs into something while you're muscling your back. Yeah, if you're trying to isolate core, it's kind of hard. I think my favorite core exercise, without fail, is the Russian twists. That's what they're called, right? Those ones are great because they use your abs, but they also use your stabilizer muscles, your obliques and stuff, and because the weight distribution is constantly moving, you're not like ever settling into a rhythm the same way that you do with crunches, for example. And for me, they end up working my back a bit as well, which is nice. So maybe not like the best example of an isolation exercise, but I really like those. Okay, I'm gonna take this attachment off before I move this bench again. Okay, maybe I'm not gonna move it. There we go. Squarish increasing waist size. Yeah, I mean, nothing's gonna do that unless you are working out like insane amounts. Like, it is hard to build muscle. Like, it doesn't happen from doing, like, if you're doing a bunch of ab shit and you're focusing on obliques and only obliques, yeah, that's where your muscle is going to build, but it takes time. And there's a lot of women that like won't work out upper body because of the same thing. They're like, oh, I don't want to be, I don't want to like be really muscular upper body. That takes a lot of time, and women build muscle very slowly, just with lower testosterone levels. And I don't know. It's like, I get like, there's no wrong answer for working out if people are like uncomfortable with a certain thing because they're worried about something, fine, but it's just like, it's a bit of a misplaced fear. I literally just finished, Jack. I've been working out for 2 hours. Yeah, I don't know. I think it's like any sort of ab thing for me. Okay, so the way to have the tiniest waist is to diet, right? If you have any amount of muscle, it's not just your obliques, right? Your abs will be more defined. So you're gonna have like more muscle instead of being like 0 muscle and 0 fat. If you have 0 fat and muscle, it's going to look bigger. So if all you care about is being as skinny as possible, then doing any sort of exercise is bad, right? It's just a different thing. Hi, Lennon. Okay. Well, normally I would go and like, I don't know, chat in my stream room for a bit, but it's like literally gonna end the stream in like 10 minutes, so probably won't bother doing that. Seems wheelchair accessible. Yep, just, sure. From what you can see on stream, it definitely does. You can see off stream, there's a couple hazards. Did he say something else? I didn't even see. Did he yell about yoga more? So not flexible. Oh yeah, no, I saw that. Answer that. Just being impatient. Well, also not realizing that I've already been streaming for a while. Right, void. Sure, docs, yeah. I'm not busy, I don't have plans. I'll definitely do that. Jose, how you doing? Just using my last few minutes of my stream to might as well stretch, because I would like to not be overly stiff tomorrow. First couple weeks of working back, you're always like just aches and pains. Although my Wednesday and Friday streams weren't too bad for causing pains, like those workouts were not awful. The Monday stream, my first stream, I mean, it was the same as today. I did quads, and my quads were probably sore until about like Thursday. Like they were, I think like, I want to say it was Wednesday they got really bad, and then it got okay again on Thursday, but it's like, it's always like that 2-day window, like the second day after working out. Do I view fitness as important for my content creation, or do I only do it for myself? I mean, I don't normally do, like, the amount of time that I've done fitness streams is very minor compared to the amount of times that I have streamed, right? Like if you look at the hours of me doing fitness streams, it's very small compared to my overall streaming hours. So no, it's not important for my streaming content. I don't have to do fitness streams by any means. The last fitness stream I did besides last week, besides that, it was a year ago. So no, it's not like an important part of my stream from that perspective. It's a good healthy habit to get into, and I was talking about this earlier, I don't have a lot of extra time. So being able to stream my workouts saves me a lot of time and allows me to actually work out. But it's also habit forming, because then if it's like part of my scheduled stream, then I can, you know, sort of force myself to get into the schedule, into the habit. I don't make excuses or be like, oh, okay, I have this came up and this came up, so I'm not going to work out today, I'll work out tomorrow, and then tomorrow comes and I'm like, ah, shit, now I have this problem. Yeah, sure. Hopefully, like, so I worked out 3 days last week. Monday, Wednesday, Friday is my plan going forward. Oh man, I'm so not flexible. Can't even touch my fucking toes. Okay. You definitely did, Void. Definitely did. Have a job that makes you walk 20k steps a day, commuting. I bike 10 kilometers each way. You can eat whatever. That's a lot of working out. That's a lot. What, did my stream just die? Weird. On maybe it's a connection issue on my side. It like paused and it was buffering, and then the resolution just plummeted. Weird. Not sure what happened. Oh well. Yeah, I keep telling myself that I should stretch like every morning I get up, and I'm like, I should stretch, and then I just don't. I just don't. Also be a good habit to get in, but you know. So I can't touch your toes either. You have the flexibility of an elder tortoise from the arthritis. Yeah, I feel that. I used to, like I was saying before, I used to do yoga, and I was so inflexible doing yoga, and you have people just doing like the most insane shit, and I'm like, yeah, I can't touch my toes. Like I'm doing downward dog and I can't get my heels on the ground, which is sort of important for downward dog. I mean, you can do it without touching your heels on the ground. Obviously, it still works out your back and it still stretches your legs and your back. But getting your heels on the ground is the idea, and a year in, still couldn't fucking do it. I'm like, I don't know. There was just... It was, I used to do it with my sister, who's like super athletic. I'm not actually sure if she works out as much as she used to, but at the time, very, very, very athletic. And so I was doing yoga twice a week, but one of the yoga sessions was like on the lighter side. And she was playing like, I think at the time she was playing basketball and soccer and doing yoga 2+ times a week. So it was like almost every day she had some sort of like a basketball practice, a soccer game, if not multiple times a day. And then she threw in yoga, because why not? And I remember like very specifically we were doing this moment where they're like, okay, do boat pose. In a lot of yoga, there's adaptions. So they'll tell you to do a pose, and then they'll be like, if you would like harder, do this. If you'd like easier, do this. And depends on the pose. But anyway, so boat pose is this, okay? So you're just supposed to hold it. I'm shaking because I'm tired. And she was like, yeah, that's easy. And so she starts doing V pose, which is just like this, like straight up, which doesn't seem like it makes that much of a difference, but it really fucking does. So she's like, I'm here like struggling with boat pose, and she's just sitting here like, what? And like legs straight up, like not struggling at all. That was my yoga experience with my sister. It's just like everything I'm doing, I'm like, so hard. And she's like rolling through the class with the more advanced options. Oh well. It definitely can. I mean, it's whatever, because like those sort of class environments, you expect that. Everybody's at different levels. But athletic siblings are the worst because you have mostly the same DNA. Stiff hamstring can cause lower back problems. Yeah, just like how you like, what are they? So these are your hip flexors. And then it's not your glutes, there's like another, it's like a lower back thing, like an upper ass, whatever. That if you have if you have any tension in your hips, it can cause pain in your back. So stretching your hips, stretching your glutes, stretching your legs, actually like your whole body, it's like the smallest little thing the rest of your body tries to compensate for. So if you sit like, my mom was actually saying she had this problem, but she would sit with like her hip kind of cocked, so or like leaning to the side or whatever, and she ended up building up this like massive amount of pain in her back, and it was all because of that. And it didn't feel like her hip was fine, but then it sort of like radiated up her back and fucked up like her whole back and her hips and whatever, and because her back was trying to compensate for this like slight lean that she had whenever she would sit, and she worked in an office, so she sat a lot. Yeah, and then like every time I've gone for a massage, actually the last time I went for a massage, I was having pain like mostly upper body, like upper shoulders, and she was massaging me, and she's like, can I massage your glutes? And so they just use like elbow and whatever over the sheet. So, but like finding like pressure points and finding knots in my glutes was actually what was causing a lot of my pain, because then my lower back was compensating, and then it was like going up further, and my shoulders were all tense because of it. So it was like, I was feeling pain up here, like literally right in here, but it was all because I had pulled something in my glute. Oh man, Lyndon. Amazing. That's the massacre. Just I don't know, I got it on Amazon. I don't know the brand. Okay, well, I guess I'm going to go. I have to change and stuff, and then I'm going to be gaming on Facebook. For those of you that are new or haven't heard me talk about this, my schedule is that I stream on Twitch in the mornings, on weekdays from 8 PST to 11 PST, and on Facebook from 11 PST to 5 PST. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday on Twitch, I'm doing my workouts. Tuesday, Thursday, I'm probably, I don't know, at this point, just chilling. And then, yeah, we're gonna do a game on Facebook. This Saturday is my birthday, so I'm going to be doing a Lego build on Saturday. I don't normally stream on Saturdays, but Lego build on Twitch on Saturday, building Hogwarts. It's a really, really big set, about more than 3 times bigger than any of the sets that I have, so probably won't be a one-day thing, but we're gonna see how far we get. Yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all I got. Slick, thank you for the gifted subs. And anybody else who dropped a follower sub, I appreciate you. Hope you guys have a fantastic day. If I see you over on Facebook, I'll see you in a few minutes, and if not, maybe I'll see you tomorrow. Bye, guys.